Gamers, they announced the winners of the most recent Team Liquid map contest, aka the maps that are most likely to become ladder candidates. Now, as per usual, I have covered many of the matches played on the maps during the Team Liquid map contest, but then also all of the follow-up tournaments. I've covered as many as I reasonably can, and I have opinions, but I didn't vote. So very similar to politics, we can complain about the results. No, you know what? No, I don't think you can actually complain about the results if you didn't vote. That's just one of those things, man, where if you really complain, you probably should have put in your vote. Anyways, let's see. So, the community vote for the Team Liquid map contest 22 has concluded. Now it's time to announce the winners and future ladder maps. Wait. I thought there was still going to be a selection made from the winners straight up. But apparently that's not the case. As with our most recent contest, the top 3 vote receiving maps from the TLMC are directly selected to be part of the next ladder map rotation. The other 6 will be decided through a player and an organizer vote, with the full 9 map rotation to be announced in the coming days. Ah, okay, fair enough. So the top 3 definitely are going to be ladder maps. The rest of it is going to be going through another process. Do you really want to do everything on popular vote alone? Maybe, because ultimately the people that vote on these things probably also, you know, would like the game to be good, at least in theory. Team Liquid map contest 22 results and winners. Alright, Defender's Lab, Voidstorm, Lockdown, Sanctuary 3, Washout, Verdant Temple, Old Sun Temple, Wavebreaker, Rainfall, Lumen, Exarch. I really like Exarch, to be honest. I really did like Exarch in particular. I think that map is really cool. Sanctuary 3 is also really good. Rorschach, despite the name that I find a little bit questionable, also very good. Okay, so 5th place by Depressed One. At Eternity's Edge. This is a good map. Yep. This is a really nice map, actually. I always like maps that have shared bases in the corners. So the gold base on this particular map is available to both players, but you can't have a mirrored one on the other side of the map. I feel like a map where you have to fight over the final resources and it being gold is always really nice. The games I saw on this map were really good. Makes a lot of sense to put this one into the ladder map pool, in my opinion. So I'm hoping secretly that they're gonna like swap out 9 maps. So we have 9 maps in the 1v1 ladder map pool. Sometimes like 3 of them stick around from the previous season, but I guess that's actually... No, it's saying over here that like, yeah, the 9 maps will all be swapped in. So even though some of these made it over here, there's still a very good shot that, you know, that will be breaking into the map pool too. Storm Surge by the music. Oh, okay. I didn't really like this map, if I can be so brutally honest. I think the mood is kind of dark and it's difficult to see your units. And this area over here is incredibly tight. It's super choky. You get a very significant high ground advantage if you hold this place over here. Like, these locations are very difficult to push into. This is kind of a map that feels like it's encouraging a bit of turtley play. There is an addition of this map where there's like a water flow system. Where there's like a sluice, I guess, that's open over here. Tight and choky, bro. Yeah. There's like a sluice over here that like opens, and then the water flows in that direction, and it affects units that are trying to go either direction. Apparently that is not the ladder version of it. So, a little bit different. I think this map is maybe a little bit too choky for my personal liking, but it's okay. So there are actually some changes as well. Small changes behind the triangle third, small adjustments behind the linear third, and then a cosmetic adjustment. These are probably primarily made for like liberator positions and all that. Usually there's some busted liberator spots that people find out about pretty quick. Alright, Storm Surge. Not my personal favorite, but good enough. Fear and Faith by Omniskeptic. Behold the city built by fear and faith. This is a good map. It's the map with the tunnels. Remember that rogue game where he went for a proxy base? I believe that was on Fear and Faith. This is a good map. The only problem I have with this map is that there are these traffic signs right over here. And it seems to me that Colossi are like equally tall to all of the traffic signs. So, in my mind, if a Colossus walks underneath it, it should be decapitated immediately. There's also electricity wires running across the city here. I feel like if a Colossus passes through one of those, it should be put on like a timeout, bare minimum. It gets zapped. No, but it's a good map. Very pretty map. A 4-player map as well. So that is something to, yeah, worth, it's worth pointing out, because these are definitely going to be now on the ladder again too. It's been many years since we've had 4-player maps on the 1v1 ladder. I think it coinciding with a 8-worker start, though, makes a lot of sense. Imagine if players can't cross if the traffic signs are red. You want to do a Hellion run by, but the light turned red? Ugh. Come on, turn green already. I will allow it, but only if then the Hellions also get some sort of nitro boost, you know? Like, they get, like, that extra... What was that? This stuff in Need for Speed from way back in the day. Where you could, like... You could floor it. You could mix some extra stuff in, and you would go really fast. So they have to wait at a red light, but then they can go zipping around your bases. Nice! That's what it was. Yeah. Alright, so this is yeah, a map that will definitely make it to the ladder then. Pretty nice. Second place. I almost saw what the first place was. I hope you didn't. Oh, great map. Yes, Washout by Patches. Oh, I already know what the first place is going to be. Because it's not in the list over here. It's a map made by Avex. I think it's the Orc map, isn't it? Blackout? Blackrock? Blackrock, you're right. This map is really good too, though. This is second place, so this is also guaranteed then to make it onto the ladder. This is the map where you have an alternative way of harassing your opponent's economy by destroying the rocks. So if you attack the rocks, they collapse, and then they destroy 3 of the mineral fields. And there's, like, I think 6 bases like it on the map. Yeah. So pretty cool. This map is really good. I liked it a lot. So the problem is, if you don't destroy the rocks, these become 9 mineral field bases. Normal bases have 8 mineral fields. Usually golden bases have 6. So this is a 9 mineral field base, which is kind of crazy. So you're kind of forced to go in, right? Different dynamic. Good map in general. Yep, and then first place is Blackrock. So actually, let's have a look at the changelog. Only made a single bug fix to the invisible platforms above the grate in the main base, okay? To fix a single spot where 2x2 would appear below the map. Alright. And then we have Blackrock. So, the Orc map actually won. This map is interesting because it's 2 levels. So you have the main base, then a ramp, and then a ramp up over here. That's it. Everything's flat. The whole map is flat, just like planet Earth. Yeah, so this is a Warcraft 3 looking map, and it's also named Blackrock, and there's literal orcs, as well as orc watchtowers, and all the rest of it. What's kind of cool on this map, that I think is going to be kind of sick in TVP especially, is this little... Oh, did it get opened up more? Wait a second. Let's look at the changelog real quick. A wooden tank spot ledges now have rock towers that allow for them to be closed off. Okay, many line of sight blockers were adjusted to benefit the defending player. Ah, okay. Yeah, so they did... Avex definitely did adjust this one over here. There's a little line of sight pocket over here that we saw some cool battles between Clem and Max Specs. Like Cyclones microing against all the other Protoss units was really fun in this little pocket. But apparently, because you don't have a high ground advantage here, you don't get a high ground advantage, you can use the line of sight to your advantage. Yeah, and there's a really good chance that these changes will go live at the same time as the balance changes. So we get like a new map pool with all sorts of funky features. And then simultaneously also a new patch. It is going to royally break the game, which will be maybe frustrating to play, but very fun for us to watch. Basically, the sky's the limit. Like, nobody knows how the game is supposed to be played. Yeah, chaos. I do think, though, that the multiplayer balance patch will get a lot of adjustments still. Would not be surprised. So Blackrock, Washout, and then Fear and Faith are confirmed for the latter. The other maps, Storm Surge, Eternity's Edge, and all of the rest of these, apparently 6 of them will be picked, from what I understand. Does it specify it, actually? The 6 other maps will be decided through a player and organizer vote. So that means that... Hey, thank you, Pig! Thank you very much for the raid. I was just going over the Team Liquid map contest winners. Appreciate it. The 8-worker cabal is here. Oh, no! Everybody hide your memes! So the 6 other maps will be decided through a player and organizer vote. So I think this means that the pro gamers get a vote for probably 3 maps. And then I don't know what the organizer vote really means. I'm assuming that's people from the TLMC and then maybe Wardy. Or maybe some other people? I'm not exactly sure. Organizer vote. Maybe some people from Blizzard as well. After watching AoE 2, you've decided StarCraft 2 should also start with 3 workers? You know what? I don't really love going down to 8 workers very much in SC2. But there is like a quick start map in AoE 2 where you start with way more workers than 3. And I immediately lose the plot on that map. I don't like it, man. 3 workers seems like plenty to me. You start with 3 workers and a planetary? That would make it very Age of Empires. Yeah. You could load your SCVs into the command center and it just starts shooting. Same with the drones, same with the Nexus. It's called Quick Start. There we go. Yeah. This is spicy though. All of these maps are pretty wild. So 4-player map is back. Destructible rocks over here to destroy minerals all over the freaking map on 6 different bases are back. And then this is a map with only 2 levels and very Warcraft inspired. So the 3 guaranteed maps for the map pool are all weird, which is nice. And then the balance patch is also gonna make everything weird, which is also nice. I'm hoping that Exarch will still make it into the map pool. I think Exarch is very good. I think Rorschach is really good. And I think Sanctuary 3 was also really good. Lumen was also good. I did like Lumen. Rainfall I didn't like. Rainfall was kind of for me, personally. Mainly because of the graphics, though. Like, that's kind of my... Dude, there's actual orcs on the map, Grubby. Have you seen the map? So the map is called Blackrock. Let me try and see if I can get you some pretty photos. The map is named Blackrock. And it is very much so Warcraft inspired. So some years ago, they added all of the Warcraft doodads to the editor. And it created a... so this is the map maker here, Avex. It created some pretty interesting vibes. So there's actual orc watchtowers. And there's also loads of orcs just standing around. So there's a couple of orcs over here on the high ground and whatnot. And I wasn't really sure how the community would react to this, because I personally think it's sick. It's the same with the trees and all that, right? I think it's really cool, but apparently the community has voted it the most popular map of the map contest. So that's pretty cool. This is like Lilith in Call of Duty. We gotta get our SCV skin on, man. Make my prop a peon. They both start with the P, it's the same. But it is genuinely a cool map. It's very different. Yeah, so super nice. Basically what this means though, is that like all the strategies we've known in StarCraft 2 for like the last decade, you gotta take them and then throw them out of the window and start again from square one. I think a lot of people are kind of afraid of it, but I think it's fun.